When I read the statement of Prabhupada in his Bhagavad Gita as it is, and he says it so like matter-of-factly, but it's very profound. It's in the Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprajnena sevaya section. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshana. About accepting a guru. And he said, for one who realizes that material existence is a constant source of perplexity, it behooves such a person to take shelter of a spiritual master. So I've sometimes paraphrased this to my friends by saying, yes, life sometimes is a never-ending series of humiliations. They say, what is life? Dostoevsky says in Notes from the Underground, he says that humiliation is one of the most intense forms of self-awareness and consciousness. Not just being humble, being humiliated. There's a little difference there. Humble has this dignified ring to it. Humiliated is not something we strive for. Which reminds me of one British essayist who was giving advice to writers. He said, make sure you spell check everything you write. He said, because if words are misspelled, people will think that you are stupid. And he said, rarely will you want to give them that impression. So anyway, humiliation is one of the most intense forms of consciousness. And what is, to continue with Dostoevsky, what does he say? He said, I was amazed by my capacity, he said, in one moment, to be raising my glass in a toast to the highest, the best, the most divine, he said, and in the next moment, capable of sinking into the most horrible slime of sinful activities. That I observed about myself. And that was quite humiliating. So, but one minute, I've got a tear coming down my cheek, praising what is high, and then the next moment, I'm in the swamp of ignorance, the worst type of ignorance and misconception. So, a sincere aspirant, just like in the song we sing every day, Yogyata vichari kichu nahi pai, tomara karunasar. The disciples praying to Guru saying, if you examine me really, you'll find nothing salvageable, nothing worth saving. There's nothing here for starters. It's not, I'm so valuable and with a little bit of adjustment. No, he's saying no value. But through your connection, by your grace, your mercy, Sri Guru and his grace, by the grace of Sri Guru, you can take me from the imperfection plane to the perfectional stage. That I believe, that miracle is possible by your connection. And Guru Maharaj will say, to come out of the mud, you may have to walk through the mud for some time. To come out of the mud of misconception, we may have to walk through the mud of misconception for some time, but we'll need a proper direction. But that's like call and response. We're expressing our sincerity and our need. I need shelter. I want shelter. I acknowledge my limitations. What is that? Doinya atmani vedam gotriple baran. Even though Guru Maharaj is saying Jiva Goswami identifying Goptriple Baran as the primary anga, but interestingly, what does Bhaktivinoda begin in this song? Doinya, which can really be rendered various ways, but one way is to say hopeless, desperate, desperately hopeless, or hopelessly desperate, where someone makes a real careful assessment of like, what is the world, who it is I think I am, acknowledges the misconception that they're under, and prays for some divine intervention, some help. Hare Krishna.